Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is D-Man Show, and it is episode 2, because it is October 10th, and it is only 12:40. So, if you can tell, I just did the second episode, and I'm doing the third one. I'm sorry, the first episode. This is the second, because the first one was 0. As I promised, I'm going to do my Week 6 picks, and I tried to start doing it, and I realized I wasn't going to be able to finish it in the record amount of time. So this is the one where I do the script, and I have the scores I wrote right in front of me with the games, and I'll try to explain where I was thinking when I wrote these scores up. And I'll start by saying the game and why, and then I'll give you the score. First game, we have 2-2 Miami at 0-4 Houston. When I looked at this game, you look at Miami, 2 big wins over New England, which is kind of dropped because of one player being lost, and San Diego, which for some reason just can't pull its shit together this year. And then there's Houston, who just has been Houston. And I'm really hoping they one year will show up. And this isn't their year. I gave this one to Miami. And a squeaker, though, because Houston really gave Indianapolis a good run. And this is going to be their second home game. Don't count Houston out, but I still give it to Miami, 30-27. My next game, the Battle of the 500s, Baltimore at 2-2, at Indy at 2-2. The Battle of the Colts / Baltimore. This is a very interesting matchup as a Baltimore fan. As a Baltimore fan, I never like to make too big of predictions in favor of my team, nor do I like to make them in against my team. But for this one, because it's such a hate, it's not a rivalry, but for these fans in Baltimore, it's just a burning sensation in our hearts, and I hate them. But I don't like having to do this, but I just got to give it to Indy just so we can win. It's a lot happier for me. I'm giving this one to Indy, 44-23. Not happy I'm doing it, but Indy's going to blow up. I think they're going to click this weekend. It's going to be all over Baltimore. And, yeah. As for the next game, Cincinnati at 0-5 against the 2-2 New York Jets. The Jets reference I'll explain in another episode. But New York Jets. Brett Favre will show up, and Ocho Stenko's mouth will show up. Problem is, even though that showed up, it didn't bring his team to get a win. I'm giving this one to the Jets, 31-17. Okay, 1-3 Oakland at 2-3 New Orleans. This was an interesting game because I want to say Oakland gets another win. They're just not going to get their win now that they've had Al Davis stick his old raggedy head into the whole business of Oakland. Basically, you want to get the black hole out of Oakland, you get the Al Davis out of that chair, and you kill him. I'm not an Oakland fan, I just know I don't like Al Davis and his raggedy old hair. That it looks like Charlie Brown hair coming off the side of his head, and I don't think even Oakland fans mind me saying that. Just get rid of Al Davis and you'll get rid of the problem and the bad image right now on Oakland. And you'll be giving a rebirth to Oakland, and they will once again find their destiny. Problem is, destiny ain't gonna happen in New Orleans, as New Orleans will win that game 35-24. Yeah, sorry, they should have got rid of Lane Kiffin. Next game, I got Chicago at Atlanta. Chicago at 3-2, Atlanta at 3-2. Atlanta, a very big surprise at 3-2, but when you look at who they beat Kansas City, Detroit, and Green Bay. The Green Bay was a really good one. Problem is, Green Bay is at 2-3. I'm just checking. Yeah, 2-3 now. So wait, Atlanta beats Green Bay and now is better than Green Bay? Well, yeah, because they beat them. And not only that, the records are switched. So now they're playing the division leader, and they only won that game by 3 on the road. It's scary because, only problem is they went out to Tampa Bay and they lost, and then they lost their other game to Carolina, so they're struggling within their own division. So apparently it's the NFC North. Problem is, it's still a Bears defense you got to go up against. Matt Ryan, rookie quarterback. I'm going to say he throws about 2 picks to 3 picks in this game. I'm giving this one to Chicago, 30-18. I don't know why I'm rubbing 30 so well this week, but 30-18. Next game, I got Detroit, Minnesota. Minnesota really on a roll. Detroit being Detroit, 0-4 to Minnesota's 2-3. Minnesota getting back into the race in the division, wins this game 38-10. Matt Millen, goodbye. Problem was, you somehow took the rest of the team with you, but I thought that was a good thing in Detroit. Apparently it wasn't. Carolina, Tampa Bay. This is a great matchup. I think this is my drop the buck, but I think this is my game of the week. Yeah, this is my game of the week because this is a really good matchup between two teams that took out Atlanta fairly well. I really I really like this matchup when it comes to the defenses. The offenses are pretty good. It's Tampa Bay's got the defensive edge. Carolina's got the offensive edge. But it's really the big match is going to be the Tampa Bay offense facing off against the Carolina defense. I give that to the Carolina defense in a 28-21 victory on the road. Carolina's second road victory. Yeah, second road victory. They won the first one against San Diego in Week 1. 0-4 St. Louis at 4-1 Washington. Wow. And living in just south of D.C., you hear a lot of Redskins talk, a lot of Redskins fans, we're number one Redskins, yeah, great, okay, you're playing St. Louis this week, you're not winning the Super Bowl, that's why I'm giving you the big win. Here's the score, 42-14. St. Louis, you fire your coach and you bring back your old quarterback, you just don't have a team that's going to win you many games, if any. 41-14, Redskins continue to 5-1 and totally take control of their division if the Giants lose later in the week, which I will get to. 2-3 Jacksonville at 4-1 Denver. These are two teams that I really can't get a hold of and understand because these teams lose the weirdest times. And what I mean by this is Jacksonville, they were supposed to even be a Super Bowl contender. They're 2-3. They lose games to teams such as Buffalo, but who is very good this week. Very good this year. They lose to Tennessee again, very good this year, and they lose to just forgot it, but they beat teams like Houston, who isn't that great, and they beat like Indianapolis. Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, they just lost to Pittsburgh at home, so obviously Pittsburgh must be okay. They're not winning against the good guys, but then you got people like Denver go out and beat these okay teams like New Orleans, Tampa Bay, San Diego, and they take care of Oakland, and yet they laid this goose egg against the team that Oakland beat in Kansas City. So I just don't know what to say, but I have to give it to Denver by 10, 30-20. Denver wins this game in the Rocky Mountain Top. That's Tennessee, Rocky Mountain High, sorry. Next game, we got 2-3 Green Bay going to 1-3 Seattle. I want to give this to Seattle, but there's just nothing going on good in Seattle. I'm going to give it to Seattle. I'll change what I say here. I'm going to actually go with Seattle. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he's playing or not. I don't know what the whole deal was. He wasn't supposed to play or not. But Aaron Rodgers just ain't showing me any good. And with the 12th man up in Seattle, loudest stadium in the NFL, I don't see him doing jack. Give this one to Seattle. 2-3 Seattle improves to with the 35-21 victory over a stumbling Green Bay franchise. Well, team. I'm sorry, stumbling Green Bay team. I gotta hurry. I don't have much time. 4-1 Dallas at 3-2 Arizona. The battle of the biggest wide receivers in T.O. and Larry Fitzgerald. Looking like a great match. This might be my number 2 match for the week. This is gonna be a really close game, but I think it's a battle of who can get their offense farther down the field. I'm gonna give this one to Dallas by 3, 38-35. Big fantasy points that come out of this game. 2-3 Philly will be taking on 2-3 San Francisco. I did a little research on this game. These teams aren't that different. I was really surprised. Not very many wins, big wins from Philly, and Pittsburgh is the big win for Philly. San Francisco doesn't have really a big win. I gotta give it to Philly, 24-10, even though it's in Frisco. Philly's gonna pull the crap together, especially if Westbrook plays. Give it to Philly for that win. 3-1 New England and 2-3 San Diego. It's going to be another Miami. San Diego walks into New England and destroys them 41-14. And this is the last game right here. 4-0 New York Giants actually going to 1-3 Cleveland. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm giving this to New York Giants only by 6. Cleveland's starting to pull their stuff together, but not in time to win this game. Giants stay undefeated at 5-0. Cleveland falls to 1-4. 30 to 24, and I am out, guys. Thank you for watching Demand Show. October